guess he had physical versions of his Bitcoin, and they knew it was there, and they stole it. And so he calls the police to come investigate. But it's a burglary, so police don't really do anything, and the case ends up going cold. But old Jimmy, he isn't gonna let this go. And so he hires a local private investigator to look into it. And so she starts investigating, and she immediately gets suspicious of Jimmy's friends. And she starts low-key following them around, stalking their socials, and conducting background checks on them. Until she finally feels like she's figured out which one of them broke into his house and ripped him off. But apparently, when she tells Jimmy, Jimmy doesn't believe her. I mean, he trusts his friends too much. He doesn't want to give them up. And so he and the private investigator, they decide to go their separate ways, and his burglary case remains open. Meanwhile, the IRS Criminal Investigation Unit, they've been investigating a hack on the Silk Road. Not Jimmy's glitch Bitcoin heist from all those years ago, but a completely different hack. And during that investigation, they also happened to notice that back in 2012, 50,000 Bitcoin were taken by someone, some unknown person. They don't know who. So they start investigating this and following this trail. And they can see transactions that lead back to an exchange, but they don't know whose account it is. But then Jimmy transfers around $800 worth of Bitcoin to that exchange, and it requires him to enter his name and his address. So now the IRS Criminal Investigation Unit knows that the 2012 Bitcoin thief is Jimmy. And now they're gonna go after him. And so, boom, they put together a little sting operation. And one day, these agents suddenly show up to Jimmy's house, sort of undercover. And they pretend they're investigating the burglary where his Bitcoin and cash were stolen. And since that burglary investigation was never closed, it makes sense to Jimmy why they're still investigating.